Not too long ago, Bling released the untamperable bomb. It's pretty evil. When you break it, it explodes. There's one major problem though, is that it can be diffused in a matter of seconds. A minor adjustment can solve that problem though. One possibility is changing the box of the bomb with glowstone, seeing as you cannot place any levers on glowstone, and glowstone is awesome. There's still a problem though, because even though you cannot place it like that, you can still slowly work your way into the bomb and defuse it. So it's a bit more evil, but still not evil enough. Taking it one step further would be by changing the box of the bomb with glowstone lamps, seeing as whenever you power a lamp, it activates the lamp, causing a block update. Now there's probably still ways you can do this without it without stuff breaking, but again, if you directly place a lever on the device and you activate it, it blows up. So again, it's more evil, but still not quite there. And that's when we finally get there. Now it becomes truly evil. Now the mere fact of touching it or placing a block next to the device will cause a block update. So even the fact of placing a block there will make it explode. So no more tampering with the untamperable bomb. This one is truly untamperable, or so I think. But even though that's pretty diabolical, it's not the pure essence of evil. We can take it one step further, one step beyond. First off, we will need the essence of Bling's untamperable bomb design, which is a bunch of pistons in an extended state, and as soon as any of the blocks next to them gets an update, the whole thing retracts. And if you don't have a mechanism to activate TNT somehow within the machine, you get a gigantic explosion, especially seeing as the device is a lot bigger, so a lot more room for TNT and stuff. Now, looking again at the casing of the device, even with the redstone ore, it's still not truly evil, because if you know it's going to explode when you touch it, you're simply going to not touch it, and nothing's ever going to happen. So, to give the player a reason to touch it, I came up with this little blue circuit, which is going to get placed inside the device. It's sort of a timing mechanism, and it runs on experimental wireless redstone, and I'm guessing some of you guys have seen videos of it already, but I can place this inside the device and activate it from the outside. And once activated, or by the way, better yet, instead of me activating it, obviously let the player that you want to blow up activate it, because that's more evil and more fun. But when you activate it, when it gets activated, it's going to drop an item on a pressure pad, and as soon as it despawns, so 5 minutes, then it's going to explode. So that gives the player 5 minutes to try and come up with some ingenious way to tamper with the untamperable device, and hopefully blowing himself up in the process. So it's sort of a classic hero versus villain scenario, where you give the player somewhat of a chance to save his build, or whatever the hell he's done. Yeah, so here's the device. Here is the transmitter. So as you can see, the boat is now sort of jumping up and down, but it keeps constantly landing on the pressure pad. And what's going to happen is, as soon as I click this button, as you can see, it's now above. The timing stops, and it has spawned an item, and it's landed on the pressure pad. And this is somewhat of a monostable circuit, so as soon as the item disappears, that torch is going to activate. I can actually show it by grabbing the item. Activates the TNT, and the whole thing blows up. Now the other thing is, for the whole casing, because as soon as you touch this is all going to retract, but you still need a way to activate TNT when that happens. And to do that, I simply have a little device here. What you get is, you have TNT there, and as soon as any of the blocks next to this one gets updated, that gets shoved in there, and the whole thing blows up. Now all that has to be done is fit in as much TNT as possible, then shove that inside SetBlink's casing, and then shove that in my redstone ore casing, and there you have it. Truly the most evil device, diabolical device ever made.